Hello, and welcome to Nerd Culture, your show about you and people who aren't you. I'm Amar Gutierrez, your social nerd guide through our own experiences, ideas, and cool shit. Nerd Culture is about looking at the different types of people who make up the nerd collective. There's almost as many types of us as there are Pokemon, and many people seem to want to categorize us like Professor Oak wannabes or package us into a few stereotypes to sell us to pretty much not nerd people. Looking at you, Big Bang Theory. But we aren't here to just talk about different aspects of what makes us nerds. Not all of us are electric or water types. We're here to reflect on ourselves as a group of people who identify as the socially awkward, overly obsessive, and/or intelligent. To be honest, according to the definition of nerd by Wikipedia and Google, anybody could be measured up as a nerd. Min-maxing calorie counting for health-motivated people is about as complex as figuring out everyone's power levels from the Frieza to the Buu saga. I mean, was he Super Saiyan 2? Was he Super Saiyan 3? There was an in-between stage. But why do we enjoy these facts and ideas across all these different mediums of shows, video games, books, and internets? Why do we enjoy fake conflict and not the real thing? What's the deal with masculinity and feminism inside of our nerd collective? Which Nerf gun looks like a P90? These are the big questions we have, and of course, not everything is about intellectual nerd reflections. We got some stories by nerds showing us how far we've come from being bullied to becoming millionaires, or how some of us used to relate to Peter Parker instead of wondering when Slott was going to stop writing for Marvel. Please, Disney, you're my only hope. Remove Slott from Marvel. So for now, let's define nerd culture so we can get an A+ in understanding what we know a nerd is and does. According to Google, a nerd is a descriptive term, often used pejoratively, indicating that a person is overly intellectual, obsessed, or socially impaired. Not exactly a good thing, is it? At a quick glance, it seems lame and sometimes a shameful thing, and yet people who aren't nerds tell me now that nerds are in, or that nerds are cool. But the other half is culture, which is the arts and other manifestations of human intellectual achievement regarded collectively. So nerd culture then logically becomes the arts and manifestations of overly intellectual, obsessive, or socially impaired achievements regarded collectively. This turns into television series that are dynasties like The Simpsons or Doctor Who. Video games that are so powerful they make users' imagination go wild in something simple like Minecraft or as complex as Grand Theft Auto. And of course, stories that we wish we lived in like Star Wars or Star Trek. But we aren't here to just list stuff that you already know. We're here to show you what kind of people it takes to create these wonderful pieces of nerd achievement. So subscribe to us and see what's to come. Like or dislike us to let us know what's up with this specific episode. Or even better, comment so we can start a conversation. In before trying too hard to be nerdy. And like any good D&D game, I'll see you next week. Make sure you got your character sheet done by then. Seriously, roll up the stats. Do it. Post your stuff in the comments. Thanks for watching.